correspondent, Dave DeBaker. Hey, Dave.
Bert, it's good to be back.
Welcome back.
Right.
I was just on the campus at JC, and unbelievable, new, beautiful sports complex.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
That whole area of the campus is getting redone, and watch those fields getting put up and that new sports complex getting put up. I haven't had a chance to go look at the pavilion part of it yet, but it's really exciting. I've noticed, just because my being on campus often, and there was a high school baseball game going on there today. It looked like when I was there when I was going to my office this morning, and so it's just going to be nice to see those. Hopefully, those diamonds are so gorgeous that more community coming out, using those facilities, being a part of those facilities. That would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, the college is encouraging people to use the facility. Just call.
Yep.
Call Courtney Ivan or Rook Smith, and they'd love to set it up for you.
Yeah, the thing I love about the college is when they do stuff, it's that they do it right. Like they really dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's, and the landscaping looks good. The brickwork looks good. Like everything out there looks amazing. So it's really gorgeous. And my son, who is in daycare at ABC Academy there, when he goes out for recess, he really appreciates it because there's always an excavator or a bulldozer or a dump truck out there. So they say that he just sits by the fence and he's holding onto the fence, looking out at all the construction vehicles out there. So he likes it too.
What fun for a little boy.
Yep.
All right, you've been watching some things, and you've got a clip you want to tell us about.
I don't know. I sent two. I don't know if they got them both or if they sent which one. So.
I think we have Poker Face.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. I think I talked about Poker Face before. I was looking through my messages, and I don't think I asked for a clip for it before. And I kind of mentioned it casually, I think, one time on the show. And then I went back and we kind of watched half of it, and then the concept of it kind of got tiresome, and then I was like, I don't know if I like this anymore. And then I started rewatching it again. I was like, oh no, this is really good. So it's the story is that Natasha Lyonne plays a woman who can tell if you're lying. That's the poker face part of it.
I wouldn't get along with her.
Yeah, she can immediately tell. She just knows if you're lying. That's the conceit of the show. And she gets involved in some problems in the first episode, and then she kind of has to go on the road and just travel, to avoid being caught by bad guys, basically. And it's kind of a throwback to a couple of shows. One is just that classic 70s show of a character who's out on the road and meeting people and getting into little scrapes and skirmishes, right? Solving mysteries and that part of it. And honestly, it's got a lot of throwback to Columbo. It's heavily influenced by Columbo. And I know these references might be landing with your viewers here, but if you love Columbo, you will like this show, and it's a lot of fun. It's entertaining. It's that old school kind of feel to it. I really like it a lot.
All right, well, let's take a look. Here's a clip from Poker Face.
What's it like? Always knowing the truth.
There's nothing mystical about it. I could just tell.
When anyone is lying.
Yeah. I know what you did, you psycho.
You're gonna find Charlie Kidd, and you're gonna bring it to me.
You live on the road, right? What's it like? Leave everything behind, start fresh.
I got wolves on my fender. Oh, I gotta keep moving. Holy. It wasn't an accident. I think there's been a murder. Look out! I have been kind of a death magnet. I'm trying to figure out what happened.
You watch too much Dateline.
I could tell she was lying.
What is it? The woman's intuition?
No, it's not like a tampon commercial, okay? It's a real thing.
You're coming with me. Front seat of the trunk. Your choice.
I'm not over the part where you're a human lie detector.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
You ever gamble? Because you can make a killing.
Nah.
She's amazing. She's great. Tons of great. I think you saw in that clip a lot of co-starring or guest appearances. A lot of great guest stars in there of it. Just a really fun, entertaining show. And Peacock, I think, we subscribed to it when it first came out, and then we canceled our subscription, and then we were out of stuff to watch, so we resubscribed to it again. So just to kind of finish it up, it's always my advice is always jump around your subscriptions. It takes some work, but you can do it.
There's so much out there. When's the industry going to have some sort of a reckoning with all these various streaming services, with all that content? Is the bubble ever going to burst?
I think so. I mean, the writer strike that's happening right now, that's currently going on, is already going to create a huge gap in written entertainment, essentially, for months on end. So we still have a lot of entertainment in the pipeline to release and get out there. But and if the Directors Guild goes on strike, they're voting on their strike resolution. The Actors Union has voted on their strike resolution already. So if all three of these end up going on strike, it's going to force the streamers to kind of open up their books a little bit to explain what exactly is happening, possibly, and that could be what sort of happens. I have this weird feeling that we're going to be in a future. We're going to be like, oh, you reinvented cable again. You may have given us what we wanted, which is I pay $20 and I get Peacock and Hulu and Paramount, and I just get that seems to be what the problem is. I don't know what's going on Peacock because I don't subscribe to it or whatever it might be. So there's got to be a better way, basically. And so I just think we're in a weird transition here with it kind of overall. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting to see, the writer's strike already, there's 100 traditional Hollywood productions that have suspended because there's no writing, or people are on strike and they don't want to cross the line.
Yeah, and the writers, the Actors Guild and AFTRA, they have voted for striking, or they haven't committed, but they haven't announced what the results are yet. But those are most likely going to be pro-strike, essentially. And the Directors Guild signed a deal with the studios, but a lot of directors are not happy with the deal, and they're voting against the deal. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see what happens there overall. It's people think of Hollywood and they think, oh, you write on a TV show and then you're a millionaire, and that's not how it is. It's just not really how it works. It's like, yeah, it sounds like a lot of money. Oh, you got paid $20,000 to do this show. Well, yeah, but that's it. That's it. You got paid $20,000 once, and that's all you got. The show runs for 100 years, and NBC makes $1 billion off of it, but you got paid once. So we'll see what kind of happens there with it.
I'd like to see them just go ahead and produce the shows without the writing, see how that works.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Jeopardy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, they're not writing on Jeopardy right now. Is that what's happening?
Right. Yeah. Mia Bialik.
Yeah.
She said, I'm done.
Right. Oh, that's good for her.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah. It's Conan O'Brien famously the last writer's strike went on the air and did his show without writers because he wanted to pay his staff. He didn't want, and it was, like he was spinning his ring on the table. Like you can't, it's just, it's the writers are the backbone of it. So you've got to have that with it. So as somebody who's I've been very down on movies, I just feel like the movie industry has really kind of lost its way in a lot of ways. I'm hoping this strike can maybe shake things up a little bit. I think television is where the quality material is being done. I think that's where the great writing is being produced. The great stories are being told in television now. I don't think they're getting told in movies as much anymore. I was in the green room looking up and I was like, wait, what opens this weekend again? And it was like Flash and I don't even remember. And it's like, how many, I know I'm old and I'm not going to go see Flash, but is that exciting anyone into the theaters? Flash? Really? That's what's getting us into the theaters?
This past Sunday it was rainy gray. We were thinking about going to the movie, but we looked at the wonderful selections of the 8 movies. Yeah. It's just kind of, and so there is a lot to watch on television, luckily. But it's going to be in 8 months to 9 months from now. Save some of these shows I'm telling you about now because you're going to want to rewatch them if you don't like them now because there's going to be nothing new out there. Break out the board games.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Our entertainment correspondent, Dave DeBaker.